unsuccessful in the win, I was successful in a lot of other ways. And so, basically getting more votes than any other Republican, and 30-some thousand of those votes were from the other side. So it was great. But the unique thing about Debbie is she has yet to produce one piece of new legislation. She introduced 7 bills in her time so far, but they were failed bills of her husband's. All she did was went to a file cabinet, opened up the file cabinet, changed the name on the on the legislation, put her name on it, and they all failed as well.
Well, I got to say, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. But again, at the same time, when you think of, $174,000 a year salary for the last 3 years, and her staff that makes, $80,000 a year, and some of the other people you collected that's us paying for that. So we're dropping millions of dollars for no production and no representation in the 12th district, and that's Debbie Dinkle.
Yeah, you know what, Jeff? All I can say, are you going to run again?
I am,
okay,
and
good.
Looking forward to it. And we've got some great stuff ahead. And again, she just continually attacks the Constitution, so it makes it fairly simple to just stand on the Constitution where she stands against it. And whether it's in the 12, she attacks the Second Amendment almost in every other state, and supports bills, other states that attack our opportunities of freedom. And so we just take a stand directly in the opposite direction for the truth and stand on the Constitution. This is where she wants to continually attack.
Right. Well, Jeff,
so where can I pick up a campaign sign?
Yeah, that's right. It's that time. So make sure you start early, Jeff. And if you need time, make sure you get down here to the station or call into the shows, and we'll get you on. Perfect. Because we do need downriver and in the Ypsi area a new congressperson, and hopefully that would be someone other than Debbie Dinkle. Hopefully you, if you're out there fighting for it.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that opportunity.
All right. Take care, Jeff. Appreciate the call.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye. Ah, nice. Get the phone call from a congressional candidate. It's never too soon to start, right?
I'm waiting for Kid Rock to call in.
Yeah, I'm sure his management is hiding this kind of stuff from him. Well, let's take care of a little business. I know it's a tough subject, but if you have the loss of a loved one, Boric Jennings Funeral Homes is a great place to take care of those final needs. They have funeral homes in Hamburg, Howell, Brooklyn, and Manchester, and you can visit them at boricjennings.com. Losing a loved one affects the entire family, so if you haven't made plans for yourself, think about it, because you don't want to leave it to your loved ones. They're already going to be grieving and mourning, and it's tough enough to try taking care of business when you lose somebody important to you. So take that upon yourself to take care of your own needs ahead of time, and that way you won't have it. So that's boricjennings.com, or you can reach them at 810-231-0200. Don't leave it to the last minute. Think of the future. Okay, I find it great that Jeff was able to call in like that, but let's talk. I'm going to move down, Derek. We want to talk about the border wall a little bit. We're going to go all the way down to Track 9. There's been some people that talk to me on Facebook. Let's not spend money on a border wall. Let's not do anything with the border wall. You know what? It's important, and here's why. It's going to cost you, but it's going to save in the long run. And here's Stephen Miller. Did you see Stephen Miller?
Yeah.
This guy is on. You want to talk about focus.
Sure. Yeah.
Every show I saw him on, he's on the money. This guy is a machine. Let's listen to him talking about the border wall, Track 9.
Stopping new illegal immigration, preventing the effects that will have on our schools, on our hospitals, on our welfare system, on our wage earners, will save taxpayers hundreds of billions of dollars. This wall will pay for itself many, many, many times over. And it's just astonishing to me that the media is so interested in how much it costs to secure our border and has no interest in the cost of refusing to secure our border.
All right, Center for Immigration Studies, and that's probably what he's basing a lot of this on, is stating that this border wall, be it the combination of fence or border wall or whatever else they're going to do, it really only needs to stop 9 to 12% of illegal crossings to actually pay for itself. The estimated $12 to $15 billion cost of the wall would be quickly offset by the savings of the government if fewer illegal immigrants arrive in the country over the next decade. The analysis states that one illegal immigrant costs state and local governments approximately $75,000 in a lifetime. Just do the math. Well, if we've got 11 million people here, now granted, not all illegal immigrants are criminals. Not all illegal immigrants are shirking and stealing from the system. But even somebody who is here illegally will go to the emergency room if they're sick, right?
Yep.
And that costs all of us money. You want to know part of the reason why your medical bills are so high? Because somebody has to pay for those people who, and if they don't pay, and they won't pay, that gets saddled onto the rest of us.
When somebody's working under the counter because they can't work over the counter, well, basically that's taxes that aren't getting paid. And in a lot of cases, that's cash that's being siphoned out of the country and is being sent over the border instead of being spent in the local community. There's two right there.
Yeah, the cost of the wall, they're saying, has gone anywhere from $8 billion to $20 billion. But if you're going to save, they're talking up to $215 billion. It's paying for itself. Why would you not do it?
That sounds like a lot of money in your and my household budget. But in the larger scheme of things, it's an investment.
Yeah.
It's a national investment.
That's exactly right. And the biggest part of, you want to look at it and say, there's jihadists just over the border training. Well, we've got jihadis right here training already. But you want to secure the border for national defense, period. That's simple. You want to control the border so that you can control who's coming in and out of the country.
Well, drug cartels that are bringing in drugs that, you may be a libertarian or not, but frankly, the drugs that come into this country are damaging people, and they're costing us through crime. They're costing us through recovery programs, the very pain of dealing with people who are addicted. I mean, there's all kinds of costs of the drugs that come to this country. Yeah. Across that border.
Yeah, and it affects from an economic standpoint. And people will say, if we stop having illegal immigrants come, the price of our grapes and apples and fruit will go up. No, you can automate. You can automate. No, but you can have people come here legally and then tax them or what. Still, it'll go up a little bit. We have that. But here's the problem. It affects more than picking your fruits and vegetables. Because you know what? I'm a trades guy, right? I went through college painting, and drywalling, and then carpentry. And you know what? I got chased out of every trade I ever went into. Started out as a painter, and at one point, I couldn't paint anymore because, you know what? There were illegals working here and doing it for so much cheaper that the apartment owners and the big companies were like, we're just going to hire these guys. They're cheaper than your company. That's the end of it. And then they did it in roofing, and they did it in drywall, and they did it in landscaping. And now it's brick and block and cement work. As a tradesman, you used to be able to make a living and buy a house and raise a family. Very hard nowadays. Yep. You've got trades guys waiting around for these union jobs to call up. Oh, you got to wait for a big job to go up downtown. Well, you can't. Bring it back. Yes, there's going to be some wage increase, and that means price increase. But doggone it, control the border, and we can get a handle on what's going on with our jobs.
My kids went through high school picking corn.
Yep, there you go. All right, until next week, go to thedailydrift.com, and we'll see you next week. Bye.